In part 2, we crossed Cooper Creek and we made our way to camp just past Poeppel Corner. So that day was full of dune driving, crossing a few hundred dunes, getting to Poeppel Corner, a few salt flats, then finally getting to campsite around sunset. It was good. We passed a lot of people along the way to have a chat, get their tips and what they had passed, just so we knew what was coming ahead, and we shared the same advice from what we had seen. So it was a bit of sharing, and it was really nice. What a drive.
We made it.
I mean, I'm going to get mine.
I think the flies came as well.
And they got it, they got about 30 metres wrong or something, they were saying, because the chain, they didn't pull the chain.
I think it's a few hundred, 300 metres.
300 metres.
Chain stretched over time. Despite us being in the Simpson during winter, when we got to Poeppel it was actually quite hot and the flies were unbearable, so we couldn't spend too much time there. And because of that, we couldn't really set up camp during too much daylight, so we had to keep driving till close as possible to dusk, so that avoid the flies but still have enough light to set up camp. So that's what we did. Went past Poeppel and just went through the campsites as just along the French line until we found one that was suitable and the time frame worked for us. After Ben's mishap the day before, our driving style was a bit more conservative. We made sure there was plenty of stops to just check in on each other, making sure that both the vehicles were running okay, and no major issues to repair.
What's happening, T?
Hey, how was that last Andrew boys?
Man, it was good. We went, Steve, easy way? No, let's go hard.
Let's go harder on the left.
On the left, yeah.
Man, my flares was all popped
Started
off
ripping
now.
the flares off.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's right, they're on for now, so all good to go.
Now
That's it.
for now, right?
That's it.
There's a couple more campsites ahead and might be a bit more shade. It's really bare here, man.
Alright, cool. Let's
Right.
keep tracking.
Do you want to go ahead?
Why not?
Alright, see you then.
See ya.
How's the flag?
still there?
Yeah, still there. We drove about an hour past Poeppel Corner and got to a campsite between two dunes, and the time was around 5:30, 5:45, and the flies were starting to die down, and made it a lot easier for us to set up camp without having to deal with the flies and the heat.
From down here you can see our camp as well. If you come for a walk down this way. I like that. Look at that.
Pretty good spot.
Wow, look at that.
Simpson Desert's crossed. Boys having a bit of bite to eat.
That's it, done and dusted.
Done and dusted. Pretty boar. Nah, nothing. Operation Desert Storm. After 4 days and 3 nights in the Simpson Desert, crossing over 1100 dunes, the highlight was definitely at the end, getting to Dalhousie Springs. We didn't stay the night there, but we just stopped off, had a dip, and man, it was awesome.
That's on the side somewhere. Just here. Alrighty.
After 4 days in the desert, get to do this.
Oh,
yes!
oh, it's hot, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes!
It's deep, mate. You can't touch it.
Yeah.
Jump in. Don't dive. Just walk in. How good is it? Yeah, bro.
You!
Oh, it's deep. Oh, I can just touch the ground here.
actually.
Let's go, Panna. You're up, bro.
I'm thinking, do I take the hat in or no? Oh no, mate. It's been 4 days. Oh, there's little fish too. Oh, mate. Let me hear it.
Is he good?
Right.
Dalhousie Springs was awesome, but we couldn't stay there for too long because we had to get to Mount Eyre for camp at night. And yeah, Mount Eyre Hotel, we were hoping to get a hot meal, whether a steak or chicken schnitzels. We're looking forward to that, and we had to drive in the dark to get there. Set up camp here last night, early morning, trying to make tracks down the track. Repairs. Well, we made it to Nadada.
Made it to Nadada, across the Simpson. Now we're just figuring out what needs to be repaired tonight.
Better than nothing.
Gee, with the bush mechanics.
That's it, mate. Just slap it on.
Some more Ronnie Dale bush repairs.
Mate,
Just a few more.
do your best, cut the rest.
Our original plan for the trip was to camp at Halligan's Bay on this leg, but due to lost time in the earlier days, we decided not to get to Halligan's Bay and just stay on the Udderdale track and camp at Coward Springs. We'd been there before. We knew there was toilets and hot springs there where we could have a wash and not lose too much time in turning off to Halligan's Bay. Also, we spoke to the folks at Mout Dare Hotel, and they advised not to go down to Halligan's Bay, that the road was quite rough and not really worth it in terms of losing 2 hours, an hour there, an hour back.
You get someone that wants to do something.
Morning of day 10, we packed up from Coward Springs and we made our way to Flinders Ranges through the Udderdale track via Eyre. And on that track is the lookout for Lake Eyre South. Since we weren't able to check it out from Halligan's Bay, this was a good opportunity for us to see it. Unfortunately, from this lookout, we couldn't see water. Water's a little bit further north, what we got told. So, unfortunate, but it was a pretty awesome sight. Thank you for watching this series on the Simpson Desert Crossing. This is the final part. Our following days to the Flinders Ranges will form a separate series and they'll be coming out soon.